What's up? I'm Grizz. Welcome. Episode 4 of Season 2 of Link Click. We finally met Red Eyes, or who we believe was Red Eyes, which appears to be a girl who also appears to be trying to save her brother or reverse something to get her brother back, or try. I don't know exactly what it is. We'll figure out, I'm assuming here. How they're aware of Lu Ming's powers, how are they're aware of where to find Lu Ming, how they're aware of literally all of this. I have zero fucking clue, but I'm assuming we'll get some answers here when he finally looks into the photo and what he's probably gonna be able to experience whatever happens before and after then, and then maybe we'll get some answers to origins of this kind of stuff, or what happens, or if we have any relation to this other guy that this brother in a way, or what it is. I don't know. Lots of things to kind of keep in mind, lots of questions, and yeah, I'm excited. I feel like it all to like and subscribe to me. Lots of me. Feel free to stick around for discussion. Leave any comments with this episode of series. Let's go on to episode 4.
我要去投诉那家殡仪馆，怎么能把明明的追思会跟那个警察的追悼会摆一起办呢？他们老说刘明牵涉进个案件，
我跟钱律师还有点事儿要聊。
Yeah, we know what happened, so you gotta leave so we can talk about
田
it.
大律师，今天让你替老刘挨了一巴掌，不好意思啊。
收人钱财，替人挡灾。
We take, we give, shit happens.
哎，对了，手机呢？刘明的手机拿到了吗？
Yeah, we got it.
出了点状况，
Oh, no, we don't. No, we didn't.
弄丢了。
How did it get lost?
手机应该不在警察手上。
行，我就再给你一次机会，尽快搞到手。
You'll give him another chance.
不是你让他来转移走了手机吗？要不然被抓的时候，手机还在俺身上，那就是个赃物。
What person is he talking about?
当时俺看到他突然出现在楼里
The girl?
吓了一跳呢。
Yeah. Okay. She's just waiting in the hall. Who the fuck are you?
哎呀，你这一声不吭的，吓死我了！怎么的，老板对俺还是不放心？
It's kinda.
俺都帮你做好了，
So you got the phone too.
那俺先撤了啊。
So was this not intentional?
到了不见。
Was that not intentional to have that person there and actually doing that? Or was this all set up by him?
知道陈斌晚上有事回不来，他们做了没多久就走了。
你看下，跟钱金一起。
Yes, sir.
当时我就觉得这个人行为很古怪，
Yeah, he's a character.
倒是帮忙把送来的水果搬去了厨房。对啊，会不会是他趁着搬水果的间隙，把钱塞进了柜子下面？
Yep.
他为什么要害
Yep.
陈斌？他不是钱队的人。
That's what I wanna know. What the fuck was their reason for framing?
你看看，还能想起些什么？尽可能多提供一些线索。
They took the photo.
该说的都说了，
They took the photo.
真想不起什么。就是他具有操控能力。
对啊，
No, probably
那
not.
之后就没了动静。不可能是钱金，
Yeah.
我太了解他了。我们当初是警校同学，
But he's probably closely associated with the one who does, so.
我看他的第一眼起，我就知道，他是个比我更有正义感。
I mean, he do got the yellow eyes, though.
之后我们合作破了不少案子。如果他要有那种本事，也就不会冒着生命危险受那么多伤了。
你总算回来了。
应该是
What
入
the
室行窃，
fuck?
正好女主人在家，歹徒就
那天我到现场才得知，遇害的是钱金妻子。他妻子死的时候还怀有身孕，一尸两命，最后还是被他逃脱了法律制裁。他就在
That's
嫌疑
why
人
he
脱罪的半年
switched
后，
up his profession.
他被人发现死在了家里，并且还留下了一封遗书，承认了自己入室行凶的罪行。
Not saying it's likely, but is there a possibility then he's closely associated or trying to associate with people who might have these powers or abilities in ways that he could probably change things to possibly bypass something and get his wife back? But no, I guess that's not the case, because he'd probably know by now that this current person can only do present time stuff. So that wouldn't change anything. But I guess he could still use that for his benefit. But why he would now, I don't know.
人已经找到了，
Does that mean yes?
你果然
Of
是个。
course.
这是我们事后调取了大楼监控看到的画面。
Who was this person that came to talk to you? Why haven't you said a thing? What do you know? Lu Guang, you're gonna start speaking, bro.
这个戴兜帽的人是谁？
He doesn't
你们
know.
为什么一直瞒着我们？
But why did you hide
陆
it?
光，你说话呀！你是不是已经知道了什么？
Take out the photo.
这个人给了我这个，
这是
他戴着兜帽和口罩，故意挡住了自己的容貌，并且一言不发。
不能没了好哥哥。意思是不是希望我们能帮忙找回失去的亲人？
There's a possibility that's the route.
陆光，你不是能直接探查到照片里的情况吗？
我试过了，
Nothing.
但现在
though?
的身体状况没法持续专注使用能力。
Oh, really?
小时内所有细节。
Well, that's definitely a fucking obstacle now,
那让我
isn't
进
it?
入照片，你只要提醒
Okay.
我下一步该怎么做，怎么说就行了。
我一直不想把照片拿出来，就是因为这个。
You're gonna stress him, bro.
不问过去，我们的确是改变不了过去，但你也说过，将来会因为我们而改变，
Yeah.
不是吗？
Guess we gotta try. I wonder though, like, is his ability to see the things that are occurring within the photo, like, stunted, I guess, due to the fact that he is still like this and he's ill? Like, he can't use his other power where he can actually see into them, but is he gonna be able to guide us the whole time without any issues?
你只有12个小时。第二，要尽量听从我的指挥。
And no matter what, we don't change things.
第三，无论过去，
不问将来。
Mm-hmm.
哎，还真的，
Now you have to believe
人就
it.
这样不见了，这是进照片里了。
去拿来看看自己拍的怎么样？啊！等等，你刚是不是说了声“哦
Oh,
别开口。
fuck.
这个女孩好像是哑的，你千万别再开口说话。
什么？是个哑巴？
你说照片里这个女孩是哑的，
And I guess that's why the person over the phone wasn't speaking and just breathing.
陆光，
再讲句试试，再
现在我
试试
该怎么办？
开口讲一句，开口啊！好啊，小西不哭，是妈妈错了，妈妈不该那么心急的。
Just got a little too overexcited though.
就是为什么我会成为被操控的对象？
That's what we're trying to figure out.
对方也是通过照片进行操控。那你再回忆回忆，自己还会在什么地方留下照片？
Right.
而且
而且当时刘民被操控的时候，就拿到过徐珊珊的手机。
我这就打给珊珊姐问看看，你手机里有没有我的照片？
There's probably plenty.
你的照片？
Plenty.
你等下我找找看。
I'd have lots of photos of her in my phone. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, that one was bad. Oh, we got one.
照相馆门口的自拍，背景里带到你了。小队找到了，是有一张。那么珊珊姐，
Wait, this is the photo we used last season, right?
别忘了看一下彩信，有没有发给过陌生号码？
陆光，现在这是要去哪儿啊？
也可能对方发送完就把记录删除了。小玲，你把徐珊珊的
Yeah, I would delete everything too instantly. All right, we gotta pull up the records now.
秦医生，今天小西她开口了，
No, she
我
did.
亲耳听到她说了句“哦”。
是吗？那看来方子还是有点效果喽。
Hmm.
哪来的这么骗子？
口水。
光他平时也这样。像这个小
Yeah,
孩子一样到
basically.
底常有事
Basically, yeah.
她心智是稍微老成了一。
Yeah, that's because bro's like 85, realistically. I'm getting some weird vibes right now, dude. I think they are too. What? What is he talking about?
送来照片的人，到底跟照片上的这对母女有什么关系？这段留言又代表了什么呢？
在这里停一下，然后去帮忙拎一袋药。
I just figured that they were the same person, just the girl growing up more, no? I guess not.
小希今天的确不太一样了呢，力气也大了不少。
白痴，不要太得意，注意你的演技。
Alright, what's about to go horribly fucking wrong? Something has to. They're not just gonna...
看，这个小女孩，她应该还有一个哥哥。但这跟前进流民有什么关系？
Fuck if I know.
那天晚上这个号码的确发过彩信是吗？看来真够狡猾的啊，把记录从手机里删了。哎，你继续说。那个号码的机主身份查到没有？
Oh, the thing from the opening. Come on. No.
小希，还有一次机会，再来。 加注难题，加油
Who the fuck is this guy?
但奇怪的是，他在几年前就已经过世了。
啊？你说什么？徐珊珊的彩信发给了
This is somebody who's dead.
没错。
They don't speak.
求只跟主教是一个人对话。
All right, many questions to ask, many questions to not end up being answered because we need to know more beforehand. But I guess this is where we just kind of talk about it. So we're following this girl who we believe has these same powers, specifically like Red Eyes. But it's not Red Eyes because it's somebody else, and we're believing Red Eyes is the brother. This is where we all were last week. Where we are now, I still believe it's the same situation. I don't think that's changed entirely. However, I do believe the sister may be in possession of some sort of power. What exactly that is, I do not know. But following her story specifically, we meet a mute girl who seems to have like a fairly stressed out mom trying to constantly do whatever she can to allow her daughter, I guess, to have a more normal life in a way, have a way in which they can kind of get her to speak or get her to improve her condition or whatever the situation may be that they're attempting for. This tracks perfectly when we meet this same exact person, or not meet, but when we do meet them, because they refuse to say a word to Lu Guang and they have to write everything down on the photo. And then even when we're on the phone, we don't actually speak, we just kind of breathe funny. So that, I guess, tracks as the same person. That's also such an interesting moment because buddy she was talking to knew exactly what she was saying, which I don't believe he has like all these special powers, but he might have some sort of ability, or he might have something. There's something about him, because there's no way that you can just listen to somebody fucking breathe and understand, unless it's like a Morse code thing, but I find that hard to believe. So rather interesting what his deal would be as well. Anyways, we end off with this girl specifically. Nothing's really changed. We're still trying to figure out exactly the location and learn a lot of information as much as we kind of can. And then weird older dude kind of appears. I'd make a guess this is probably the dad, and it's probably not like a weird situation. I think you're left to be believing like, oh shit, the mom's about to get killed or some shit. Honestly, actually, that might happen, because I think that would answer the cell phone thing. We somehow can get away from this situation. Possibly this could be the root cause of it all. Possibly there could be a brother. For whatever reason, the brother just hasn't been introduced to us yet. This weird guy comes up and like kills the mom or something, or attacks her or something along those lines. And then the brother like comes out and is able to have these certain abilities to kind of do something, and then he kind of goes and he completely fucks shit up. This is where he kind of goes rogue, and we need to get like his better version of himself back or something. I can see a route like that happening. I guess I can also just see a route where we go like the doctor giving like medicine and like this other stuff could be like a cause for where these abilities kind of come from. I don't believe that's actually going to be the case, but I guess that could be the start of something. And even if that's not the case, the whole thing with the doctor has to have some sort of relevance, specifically being able to tell, oh, you seem like a boy, like by touching the wrist or whatever, and figuring that out. So would we have the opportunity to figure out, I guess, people that are possessed through them? But I guess that wouldn't make any sense. Like, there wouldn't be a reason to do that, because if somebody is kind of taking over somebody's body or doing something, like, why the fuck would they go there or let this guy come in contact with them in any sort of way, you know? That just wouldn't make any sense to me. So I don't think it would be something like that. But I guess it could just be like this guy might have some ability to be able to do something along those lines too. Anyways, I kind of skipped over it. The phone thing that I was going to say would be if the brother or even the girl or something came and the mom dies and they kill this other guy, even if they don't end up killing him, but if the mom, something happens with her, we could easily take the phone and use that as our contact method, and which it seems as though we have been using, because we sent this message specifically from, or this image specifically from one phone to another, like random stranger deleted the message, they dug up who it was, and that specifically showcases that we sent it to a person who hasn't been alive for a few years. So I think it's very likely that we are using that phone, whether it is this girl or if it is maybe even the fucking guy. Maybe he's the one that we have to look out for, right? And maybe he just took the phone and he started doing whatever. But I think that's definitely the cause of the messaging. I'd argue Lu Guang probably has a relation to somebody in this story at some point. They make another mention about his age too, about him mentally seeming older. So he's definitely a lot older than we know for sure. He definitely like ran away from some shit when he was younger, like 100%. I don't know. I got nothing there. And then specifically her being in contact or having a discussion with the black hair guy. I don't get it. I don't know why. I mean, I'm assuming it would make enough sense if you have another relation to your brother, to somebody else who has these abilities and they're well aware of what he's capable of and his abilities, they would much likely want to talk to him, as they've said that they've meet again and said that, you know, they want to play a game and all this other shit. So I think that's very, very likely that would make a lot of sense. But why we're directly going that route is really interesting too. Quickly skimming back through, we get some weird setup shit between these two. This moment's rather interesting, specifically mentioning about being aware of the arrangements that he actually set up. But he seems confused and he's like, he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't do that. And then we see the girl show up and basically take the phone. And we're under the impression here that we just made this set up specifically so we could transfer the phone to somebody who's unassociated or on, like, not on the radar in any sort of way. And it allows us to transfer the phone, have it kind of peacefully, which seems rather weird because nobody's really seems to be under the impression that this was actually a thing that was set up or properly done. But then it's even weirder when we actually are on the phone and we're in complete communication with each other later. So maybe it was completely intentional. I don't know. We start discussing again what the reasons would be for setting us up specifically with the money. I still don't even have a read on why the fuck we did that. But then also talking about, would they take anything else? Yes, they took the photo, but we're not well aware of the photo being taken in this exact situation. We get some backstory, specifically I guess his wife ended up dying and it caused some fucking big problems internally with him. After the person who killed her ended up killing himself, he basically switched up professions and kind of changed completely as a person. This is where we get the whole weird conversation on the phone. Lu Guang gives us a little bit of a backstory specifically about what he kind of sees going on and what exactly has happened when this person kind of approached him and what happened. Then we start asking the friend specifically about phones and about pictures, and it seems like we've been able to kind of possess people in which she has pictures of, but we've specifically seen Red Eyes do it with pictures in which she's not completely involved with. And if our girl Ling's posting stuff online, like she said too, it'd be pretty easy to kind of get access to these things. So I don't understand the big implications and reasons for why it was so important that we had a photo on her phone. But I guess it was pretty easy for us to find it, just because if we were possessing her and taking over her at one point, we were able to just kind of go through her phone and get these things, so that we were able to send everything out. So I guess that makes enough sense. We meet the fucking quack doctor here, of course, who does this weird ass thing, and he apparently can tell what a child really is by literally just touching their wrist. Continues to give the mom hope, which is rather unfortunate. We find our location, our general location of exactly where we're going to end up going in this situation. We find out that the photos have been sent over, which I truly believe is just the mom's phone, and we specifically take it because this guy here probably ends up killing her. And if he doesn't end up killing her, she ends up dying at some point. and we end up, or we just take our phone and she gets a new one or something. I don't know. No, because they said she's dead. So yeah, she does. She dies at some point. What exactly, whether she's like murdered or just whatever the case is, I don't know. I want to believe that we're going to set this guy up to be like creepy in a way, like, oh, he's definitely the one who did it. But I also really want to believe like this isn't the case and they're actually just setting him up to be another like unique character that we're going to introduce, and it actually has nothing to do with him being like a fucking murderer or something. And we pull up to the police station to specifically make this report, in which we state this: was this report made because we know that we specifically went through and possessed the body of this other person? Possibly. Another question is, they're wearing entirely different jackets, and as far as we know, this is same day of. So is this different person? I mean, so is there a possibility that the person who entered and talked to us the first time and actually handed the photo off was the brother, and this is the sister? Because then the sister would be aware that her body herself was possessed, right? In this situation, or taken over here. But I guess it could be reversed and it wouldn't actually matter too much, but I'm assuming something along those lines. They did a fun thing. They changed up the ED to an entirely different song, and it kind of flowed through this. Didn't match the visuals and stuff as much, but I like the song, so that was okay. Yeah, sorry if nothing here sounds like cohesive at all. It didn't make any sense. I'm just kind of thinking out loud, and nothing's really... I got nothing. It's not sticking right now. I'm excited though, so let me know what you think. What are you thinking going into next week? Any ideas, thoughts, opinions? Please let me know. Leave a like and subscribe. Mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. I'll be back for the 5th episode next week though. You guys have a good one. See ya.